Finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Prescott on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs. His second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guy. Will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Slam, slam, slam. Yes, yes. Bravo. Yo, faster. Go.
Off the play fake. Jones. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Prescott. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. The throw over the middle taken in, and he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to record his 5th sack of the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
60 outlaw.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Come on, set. 30 base. Protein spill. Check 43. Ready.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Greystone, Travis. 25, check 28, Alpha. Shoot.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Montgomery. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Leo.
Jones on 1st and 10. It fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Jones' throw on target to Shepard. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. On play action, Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A little bit of daylight on that 1st down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
At the 25-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Hey, switch gears. Rock it. 5.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. On 2nd and 1, Jones. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down. To throw again on second down. Jones, that's caught by Butler over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing, Jones. Broken tackle. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game.
Here we go. Kill. Check cross. 26.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down. On third down, it's Prescott. They've got his man complete. A big gain of 31 on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Go.
Here's Jones. Looking to throw on second down. Steps away to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Check tight.
Now Jones from the gun on third down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Prescott to throw it. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Prescott now. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And now it's second down. To the air again, Prescott. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A first down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And they're not going to get the kickoff in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Six, pull it high. 55. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Ready.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hard. Switch. 5. Let's go.
From the gun, Jones. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 15-yard line.
Break.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Check.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Charles Clay has tied in the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Army.
Bam. Undercut. Let's go.
Throwing again, Jones. That's complete right around the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard season. And he is in! Touchdown, New York! Daniel Jones with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys are able to regain the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott to throw this time. And Rudolph has it left side. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Prescott from the gun on third. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. O'Shane Ximines in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Chopper! Yo, Jackrabbit, come on!
They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, got to make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
47. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
To throw is Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Prescott to throw on 4th. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
You're out.
Jones now operating from the gun. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Matt Weil now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch. We're going to 54. Right here.
Off the play fake, Prescott. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
first and 10. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw once more on second and 10. Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
And another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready? 60 or 54. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Sam off. Leo.
Alert 3. Big Dan.
Look, squeeze.
Watch the twist. Shoot. Tight dog. Let's go.
The toss play to Montgomery. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches.
Crunch. Watch out. Check 99. Check 4.
Rock it. Be driven.
Now Kelly. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard.
Go!
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Check 52.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Check. Lucky.
Spike.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, Echo.
Tighten up. Kill.
Jones, off play action. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a